Yo, peeps, what's going on? So, we just had UFC 325, and we're gonna go over the matchmaking that should be made after our results of the event. Now, we're gonna start at the top of the card. We got to talk about Volkanovski, the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! Yeah. Second time round, we got a fight that we didn't need to get, and he goes out there and does it again. But we're at a stage now where who's good enough to beat Volk in this division? Obviously, Ilya's already beaten, but he's moved up. He's moved on. So we're trying to find out who else can do it, or does he retire undefeated? I think the rightful match to make right now is this. It's one of these guys. They've been denied for too long, and now they've gone and made UFC London. I've heard this is the main event. If you don't know, this is the main event. Now, are they gonna wait, see what happens, and then book them in to fight Volk? I don't know. I know what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to do John Silver. That's who they really want to do. We all know it. I'm getting sick of all this forceful matchmaking. The rightful people not fighting. I didn't get into watching the sport for that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like the powers that be are the powers that be. But for me, the rightful contenders are these two. Either one. Evloev been should have had title shot from ages ago. Then Lerone Murphy after last year, he should have got a title shot as well. So it's out of these two. I think at the age that Volk's at now, like if you tell me prime Volk versus these two, yeah, I'm gonna pick Volk. I'll be honest. But Volk is slowing down. He's not what he once was, but he's still high level. I don't know why they didn't make the fight. Because honestly, the performance that we got from Diego Lopez would have been no better than one of these two fighting. Honestly. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Striking with Lerone and Volk, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Could be a very that see that fight there could be that would be very chess chess moves, like high level strikers. So it's not gonna be a banger fight. I can't see that being a scrap. It's gonna be high level striking. Evloev, we know what he brings. Volk can wrestle. And Volk shut down some good wrestlers. Look at the Islam fight, the first one. Done very well. So Evloev isn't the same size or mm, as good as a wrestler. I don't well, I wouldn't say so, but you know, I don't I think Volk Volk poses a good threat to him. A very good threat to him. But these are the rightful contenders for me. We can move on from this one. I'm tired of this. Tired of this. These guys need to be fighting for the title. All right, we're gonna move on. Next up, BSD Benoit Saint Denis got the victory against Hooker. I still got questions about this guy. I'll be honest. I still have questions about him. It depends what fight shows up on the day. Sometimes with him, man. Um, yeah, still needs testing, and the rightful person I feel to give this test is someone who also needs a test to really see where they're at in this division. If they're really top five gravy, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my bad. You got Paddy Pimlet, Paddy versus Benoit Saint Denis. For me, that's the fight. Book it, because then we get to see who who's better out of the two, who deserves to be in the top five. I feel both of these guys probably struggle with the people who are in the top five, realistically. People like Oliveira, Max, Armand, the Champ, yeah, Warrior. I think these guys struggle. But you never know, man. You never know. Their skill levels can be improved, and they like Benoit Saint Denis when he first the first few fights, I was thinking, yeah, this guy is a problem. But as he moved on in his career, some of the layers got unfolded, and we saw some blemishes there. But for sure, man, I think this is the fight to make. It has to happen. Hopefully, they make this one. Let's move on. Next, we have Ruffy. Ruffy. Now, obviously, during the fight, I was thinking he looks off. Something to do maybe with his last fight, losing that one. I don't know, but obviously afterwards we find out he wasn't well. He had problems back, da da da, and he got the knockout. So you can't be mad at it. Done the business, and he went in the best of positions to do it. But I feel now we need to go back and answer some questions about this guy because we know his striking ability is up there. Just knocked out Faziev on a great striker, and he wasn't even feeling 100%. But we got to see what the grappling's saying because that's where the flaws are. We all know it. He needs to improve on it. So we need to make this fight. Benil Dariush, not in his prime anymore, but still poses a big threat within the grappling. Good enough to stand up with him. It shouldn't just be diving at him, trying to take him down. Good enough to set it up. Good enough to get him thinking. I think this is a great fight to make. I think this is the next fight for him. He needs to definitely test his grappling. So let's book this one. Book it. All right. Now we had Taliesin Teixeira. Teixeira. Ah, I don't know where I'm at with this guy. I thought, yeah, he's got something about him, but then getting knocked out by Lewis, I was like, if he was really about this, you can't let Lewis knock you out. I understand it's Derek Lewis; he can knock out anyone if he connects, but and then with his last fight now, Tai Tuivasa gave him problems, and that's Tai Tuivasa. Six, 7 fight losing streak now. 7, I think. Mad. I, yeah, the heavyweight division is appalling right now. They could actually scrap it, man. Literally, there's about 2 fights at most that you want to see, maybe. Yeah, it's trash. But anyway, Tybora, I think that's a good test. Tybora's game. No one who's gonna fight for a title, but he's a good mid-table fighter. So put him up against him. Won't be mad at that. All right. Now we're gonna talk about Quillen Salkill. This guy is on a roll. I'm rating what I'm seeing from him. He's for me, I think ranked by the end of the year. That's what I'm looking at. But again, early, he needs to pass some tests. I don't think to give him a ranked opponent just yet. Still think it's early days, but you need to give him someone who's outside of the rankings but should be in the rankings and is still a threat and a threat in different areas, not just one. Still gonna get him thinking, still gonna get him to show his level and show that he needs to still, improve, add on to his skill set. And for me, I've gone with Ludovic Klein, someone I personally like watching. Very good fighter. I believe he's southpaw, clean striking, can wrestle up a bit. I think this would be a great matchup to make for Quillen. There are some other good ones as well, but I'm gonna go with Ludovic Klein. I think yeah, we make this one should be a banger fight, and we'll see what Quillen's really about. Yeah, that's my matchmaking. I feel the next steps for everyone who was on the main card. I feel that that's some good matchups there, good matchups to be made. Some answers, some questions that need answering, obviously. So, guys, those are my picks. Let me know your picks for who should fight who. What matchmaking would you do after UFC 325? And yeah, I'll be back. Hopefully, I'll do more of these soon as well. I'm out.